I spotted the MG's powder smoke.
Ich hab das MG. Aber von hier kriege ich die Kerle nicht. Ich muss sie umgehen. Los, Reinhard, MG vernichten!
Red MG still had our platoon pinned down.
So ein verdammtes Schwein!
Now, I was right on the Reds' flank. I set up my stand to give me a stable shooting platform. I lined up my sights. I had the head of the gunner right in my crosshairs. The second Bolshevik knew where the shot came from the hole. He ducked. I fired high. These branches offered him ideal cover. It was all or nothing now.
Zwei Schuss, erledigt. Bestimmt, Herr Unteroffizier. Aufpass! Ka!
The platoon didn't hear my warning.
Deckung! So was.
The platoon was a perfect target.
Das war kurz bevor ich, wie ja andere besonders bewährte Scharfschützen auch, hierher als Ausbilder kommandiert wurde.
In letzter Sekunde könnte man dieses Erlebnis nennen.
Ja. Aber so schnell ist der Feind nicht immer erledigt. Ich hatte da einen Tag, wo erst fast alles Warten und Beobachten vergeblich schien. Es war im Westen. Wir waren in der
We were on the
Verteidigung
defensive
und
and
bekamen
kept getting
laufend
shelled.
und schweren Waffen.
Where was the observer who was directing their artillery fire? We'd had an eye on a knocked-out enemy tank in front of our lines. My observer signaled that he wanted to take a look elsewhere. He crept back while I kept watch. Hours passed, but I never let the field ahead of me out of my gaze. Suddenly, I noticed a piece of paper in front of the tank that wasn't there before. I checked again with my naked eye. I told the company commander,
Das Stück Papier ist der Beweis, dass die B-Stelle in dem zerschossenen Panzer ist.
Gut beobachtet, Jürgensen. Morgen räuchern wir das Ding aus.
Noch war es zu
it
dunkel.
was still too misty.
Wir warteten.
We waited.
Der Kompaniechef
CO gave the gunner a sign.
Jetzt sehe ich ihn genau. Feuer bereit.
Feuer frei. Treffer.
The CO looked at me. I signaled that I was ready to fire. Then the Tommies bailed out. The first one ran. I aimed ahead of him and hit him. The second man looked in the direction of the shot, and he was hit too. My observer, meanwhile, noticed that the Tommies were regrouping, probably to relieve their men up front. My observer lay behind a blind. I used the slit trench for cover. I used the binoculars. I signaled my observer that I wanted to wait longer. And my waiting paid off. An officer suddenly appeared. And the sharpshooter is supposed to destroy the most important targets. I used my spade for a platform. Then I brought my rifle up carefully and took aim. The officer looked carelessly over the trench. That was my moment. Then I stealthily left my position. The English soldier saw bush moving and thought his enemy was behind it. The trick worked. We got back unharmed. The blind hid my observer's withdrawal from view. He dragged it carefully back with him. Toward evening, the sharpshooter spoke with Wagner from the neighboring company. We had a common problem at our junction. Wagner was sending out a combat group to knock out an enemy bunker. We wanted to watch. The combat group couldn't see the enemy watch coming up. Then our men were spotted.
German!
I decided to act on my own. We wiped the enemy watch out.
Der Stoßdruck knackte den Bunker und konnte sich ohne Verluste lösen.
6 Abschüsse an einem Tag, mindestens doch.
Ja, die waren.
Dieses Erlebnis könnte man Fettbeute nennen.
Ja, wenn ich Jagdflieger wäre, dann hätte ich bei der Rückkehr mächtig gewackelt.
Sie, Herr Unteroffizier, sind doch mit 64 Abschüssen einer der besten Scharfschützen. Hatten Sie auch ein spannendes Erlebnis?
Das klingt ja wie Kientopf. So ist das nicht. Es geht immer aufs Ganze dabei. Hier. Nach meinem 64. Abschuss wurde ich zum Unteroffizier befördert und bekam außerdem diese Widmung vom kommandierenden General.
Kann ich mal sehen?
Die Sache war... Mit einer Kompanie hielt ein bolschewistischer Scharfschütze, ein wahrer Höllenhund, alles im Schach. Um sein Feuer herauszulocken, war der Scharfschütze Ulbrich auf eine gute Idee.
A puppet was carried across the trench.
Los, Wetter.
From the enemy side, it was supposed to look like a German soldier moving down the trench. But the Bolshevik sniper was wise to us.
Und erkannte sie.
It was evening. A comrade stood up. Here's the enemy's view of the German trench. Everything seems calm. There. A German soldier carelessly keeping watch. He's much too high. Let's take a closer look at this suicide candidate. It's really a puppet that, through obtrusive movement, is supposed to draw enemy sniper fire. The puppet must be natural in its movement, since the enemy is hard to fool. While the observer operates the puppet, the sharpshooter is already lurking. Ivan doesn't fall easily for such primitive tricks. The head must be imaginative. That looks more genuine. And so it's made. A little inventiveness and some wood are enough to construct the puppet. And as usual, the sniper is there on the prowl. Here, too, there is close cooperation between sharpshooter and observer. Here, a bush divides. An observing soldier becomes visible. A food tin and a painted card are all the resourceful snipers used here. And here's a sharpshooter firing. Another ruse made with just a few materials. This prop scissors telescope is also enough to draw enemy fire. Always trick the foe with natural-looking movements. And what have we here? A smoking grenadier made from simple materials. A sharpshooter must be imaginative. He must always be coming up with new deceptions. This tree climber will not lack in effectiveness. What was that? Naturally, a sniper in a tree. No, a ruse. The weapon must be a self-loader fired from the ground with a cord, which isn't easy in combat. A bunker with a loophole. A sniper appears and shoots. And yet, it's just a puppet. Serviced by a sharpshooter in a foxhole. These excellent puppets have been constructed with ordinary materials. In defense, props are set up at night. At dawn, they come into use. Again, the observer operates the puppet while the sharpshooter watches. There, a Tommy. The enemy has let himself be fooled. A German sniper spots him firing. So trickery and flawless marksmanship lead to success. Sharpshooters, you've learned enough from your frontline experiences and from our marksmen. Now you're snipers and observers, comrades who stick together in the face of death. Everything depends on the good teamwork between sharpshooter and observer. At all times, one must help the other. One stands back of the other to the last drop of blood. Each is a comrade to his fellow. German sharpshooters, the unseen weapon.